Hey guys, welcome back to All Jokes Aside. My name is Kobe, and joining me today, as always,
It's Maria, guys. How are y'all?
I love that you gave them time to respond.
Love that. Like they're gonna respond. Anyway,
What are we talking about today, Maria?
we are kind of having a fun episode today. It is a fun episode.
Every
Uh,
day's a fun episode.
yeah, well, I mean, not always. I mean, we had that one where we was kind of depressing, but um, we're
Yeah.
actually gonna rate places that we have been.
All right, so how
So,
this is gonna work is we're gonna go back and forth naming places that we've been to personally. Mine are kind of like broad, but I think that's okay because I think I bring a different vibe to the function than you do, and I think that's perfect.
yeah, mine are very, very, very like very specific.
Some of
And
mine are specific. I don't have very many. It was kind of hard to think of some. I haven't traveled very much.
yeah, I mean, some of mine are just super random and specific, and then, I mean, mine are all specific, but some of them are like really random. But that's okay, and that's gonna make it more fun, I
Yeah.
think.
So are we doing like explanations? Because I did mine out of 10.
Yeah, we can do that because I feel like if I just say what they are,
Yeah,
then
it'll go by way too
I feel like,
fast.
yeah, and then
Yeah, we
another
could do
thing,
more
I
in
feel like
depth to it. Put a
yeah,
name to a face or whatever.
people are gonna think, why is that on their list?
True.
So I feel like we need to give an explanation.
All right. Well, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I can start. So my first one is, let's just start out local here, is my local Mexican restaurant. There's not much to explain here. It's just, I would rate it a 8.5 out of 10.
Hmm.
The only reason that it's not a 10 is because the atmosphere is kind of weird. Usually Mexican restaurants you see like
Like the
well,
murals.
yes, and like the as not the Aztec decorations, but like the Spanish decor, stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
like the heritage.
yes, so this restaurant is not like that. Like their walls are literally like white tin, like metal tin.
Hmm.
Like, it's kind of weird, but it kind of throws me off. But their food is so good, you wouldn't understand, Kobe, because you're so picky. But
Yeah, I wouldn't.
yeah, their
Sorry.
their food is amazing. But yeah, I'll give my local Mexican restaurant an 8.5 out of 10. Their service is amazing there too.
Okay. All right, my first one, we're starting strong. Um, my first one is Key West, Florida, like the Florida Keys. I went there, I think I was in 8th grade, so I was like 14. Um, I went there with my parents and my sister, and now me personally, I really don't like the beach. Like I don't like going to the beach, but we went for 5 days and I actually had a really good time. This was the first time I went to the beach and like really, really enjoyed it. Um, Also, I was kind of like still figuring out like myself like sexuality wise, and Key West is like a gay hotspot like in the US. Like it's like one of the gay capitals.
Oh,
Like
really? I didn't
there's
even know that.
yes, there's a pride flag on every like they're little, but there's pride flags on every like street light. Um and there's pride flags like in every like local business. Like it's a very welcoming like area, and um there's a lot of like how do I word this? Um
Diversity.
yes. Well, a lot of people that work down there are like from like Jamaica and like the Caribbean, and they're all so nice. Um like most of the people that work down there were like we're from like the islands and stuff. Um,
And we're from small town too, so like
yes,
it's
we're from a
we're
very
not
small
used to
town.
that. We're not used
Yes,
to that.
but like everybody was so nice. It was very welcoming. Like it made me like I needed to see that when I was young, you know what I mean? Like developing and growing up. Like that's something that I needed to see. I needed to see like people out just being themselves and it was okay. And like I remember because of all the pride flags and stuff, like my parents, like, because we didn't ever really talk about it, but they would like, they started like asking me questions about it on the trip. And I don't know, it made me feel seen because it was like they were like curious and like interested and not like a negative way, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
anyways, the vibe was great. I went snorkeling, in very clear waters, and that's like a core memory of mine. I'll never forget it. I want to go snorkeling again. Snorkeling is so fun. Um, got to see dolphins. I just did a lot. I don't like the beach at all, but that was a great experience. 10 out of 10.
Never been to Key West.
You should totally go. I know you like the beach, so you should totally go.
I mean, I like the beach, but like I get
It
why
was
you don't like it that
yes,
much. You know what I
it
mean?
was just it was I don't know, it's a different vibe down there. It's such a different vibe than like Panama City and Destin and all these
Yeah.
hot spots people go to. Like the waters are so like beautiful and clear and there's not, you're not going to run into someone that you know because everybody goes to freaking Panama City and Destin.
Yeah, I
But
gotcha.
it was just it was such a good experience. Like it was so fun. It was different.
Maybe we can go sometime.
Hmm. Anyways, what's your
Okay.
next one?
My next one is, let's see, which one should I do next? Okay, here's a good one. Um, we will do the trampoline park.
Hmm.
Remind me, where was it, in Hermitage?
Yeah, it's in Hermitage.
Hermitage? Oh my gosh. I remember when Rachel
Yep.
was, so like this trampoline park, I'll go ahead and rate it. It's a 9 out of 10. Like this trampoline park, I cannot explain. It gives you the backroom vibes.
It's that like um the black floor with like all the stars on it.
Yeah,
Like
like
it's
and
that vibe.
like the farther back you go, it gets like really dim and it's kind of creepy. Like it, I would not go to the bathroom by myself. Like it gives me the EBGBs, but like it's also fun, you know what I mean? But this trampoline park isn't really just trampolines. Like they had like obstacle courses and they had like a big zip line that went
That's most
across.
trampoline parks though.
Yeah. They had like a big zip line that went probably what 200 or 300 feet.
Yeah, the zip
Um,
lines. So for context, the zip line went like it wasn't like circular shape, but it was on a track. So it like where you start is where you end, sort of.
yeah. But like
Just at two different points.
yeah, yeah. And it didn't just go around in a circle, like it kind of went across like half of the building. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it
But
went around the
they stra-
perimeter.
they strap you in, and mind you, another thing, the kids that worked here were like 16, 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
So there was no like real adult,
Supervision.
yeah, in sight. So
Like
they
everybody that worked there is all super young.
yeah, and they were fun. Don't get me wrong, they were so fun. Well, our friend Rachel was with us this specific time I'm talking about, and she would not. She's iffy about these kind of things, though, like roller coasters, rides,
She doesn't like thrills. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we were like, Rachel, you need to go on the zip line. It's so fun. And she's like, I don't know about it. Well, we got her up there and she was strapped in.
We
She
got
would
her up.
not.
I talked her into it and she was like, "Okay, I'll do it. Like this is I'm ready. Like let's go." And
Mhm.
we get up to the top and then she starts wanting to chicken out.
Yeah. And like they had this like little kind of runway that like went downwards that you would kind of push yourself off of to go. She she had like, I swear her toenails were like gripping that freaking mat. Like and the workers were trying to push her.
The workers were trying to they were hyping her up too. They asked me what her name was, and I told her, and they were like, "Come on, Rachel. Come on, Rachel." And they were like trying to egg her on, you know?
Yeah, the whole staff was like standing there trying to get her to go.
Yes, it was like 3 or 4 workers, and they're all, like, hyping her up, being like, "Come on, girl, go. Girl, go. It's
I don't
fun."
think she ever went though, did
She
she?
didn't.
Yeah,
No, but
but
I remember that one of the workers was, watching from the bottom, and she was trying to get her to go, and she said, "You were down there with her, with that worker, because I guess you had just went or something."
yeah.
But I remember you being down there, and the girl was like, "Oh," she said, "I'm gonna get her to go." She said, "Come on, let's go." And you were following her, because I remember you have a video of it somewhere where you're
She
videoing, you're
ran so
behind this girl,
fun she
and
ran so funny, like,
she
it's
was
like
running up there, and you were cracking up. I remember the video.
that girl was like, "Come on, let's go get her," and I was like, "Oh my gosh," and I was just filming the whole thing, and I just but anyway, that place we need to go back there.
Yeah, we
I need
should.
to
We should try
I need
we
to
should
find
try a
us
new we should try a new, like, obstacle course,
mhm,
like, place like that.
yeah. Ooh, there's actually this place in Nashville, I don't know if you've seen it, it's called Play, and
My sister was just showing me videos
yeah,
of it because she
yeah,
wants to take us there, like, as a so my work, we have, like, team bonding trips
mhm,
every, like, couple months. We do, like, 2 a year. And we've done, like, baseball and kickball, and we went to a baseball game, like, we do stuff like that. Well, my sister's trying to get us to go to that playroom.
yeah, it looks really fun, like, it's sorta like a bar, but it's not just specifically a bar, like, it's not
Yeah,
based around the
it's an
theme of a
adult
bar.
playground.
Yeah, and it's more of like an experience thing where you can go and like take pictures, like they have a bunch of photo ops and there's like games. It's like a science center for adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there's a lot of stuff to do, but it looks pretty fun. Um, but yeah, um, that trampoline park is I would give it a 10 out of 10, but the only reason I'm giving it a 9 is because of the like backroom vibes that it gives off.
Alright, my next one is kind of vague, but, it's not vague, actually. So my next one is the Rainforest Cafe. If anyone has ever been inside a Rainforest Cafe, um,
You've
it's
got to
like
experience it.
yes. It's like I don't know, I feel like it gets funnier as I get older, but I remember when I was younger, I was obsessed. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is so great." But as I've gotten older, I've just realized, like well, I mean, it's for kids. Like, you go there if you have a bunch of kids. It's like one of those places. But, yeah, I don't know. The vibes are just off. The animatronics are weird. I like that it rains. Like, rainstorms every, like, 30 minutes or 15 minutes or however long it is. I couldn't imagine working there. So I would get so annoyed. Um,
And their
but
price
also
so
their
expensive.
prices are so high and their food isn't that good. So I gave it a 3 out of 10.
You're paying for the
You pay for the experience, and the
30-year-old.
experience isn't even that good.
You're paying for the 30-year-old animatronics that are
Yes,
faded and chipped at this point.
but also I work in the food industry, so no shade on the food industry, but every time I've gone there, my service has been so ass. Every single time I've gone there.
I've only been there twice, and I don't even remember either one. Like, I definitely remember like the animals and stuff, but I don't remember the food or anything.
I've been there 2 or 3 times in the past 5 years, and every time I've went, the service has been horrible. Like, we waited forever, like, not even to be sat, just, like, waited forever for our server, like, once we were sat.
Hmm.
Um, and like I said, no shade on servers. I'm a server, like, I've been a server, so I get it.
Yeah.
But it's just, like When you're a server, I feel like you're more critical on that type of stuff, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like they probably haven't gotten called out for it because people are so focused on like, oh my gosh, it's the Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah.
But anyway, my next one is Red Robin, specifically the one in Mount Juliet.
Oh, yes.
Kobe, this was a big milestone for us.
My stomach
And
just growled.
you know Red Robin is filing bankruptcy?
No.
Yeah, they are.
No, I get it though, because every time I go there, they're like always so short-staffed. And I don't know, I feel like they're always empty, so I
I
see
feel like
it.
it has a good concept though. Like Red Robin definitely has a good concept, and they could have made the restaurant better, but they've missed out on it. Like
Yeah.
you never see them advertise ever.
No. Well,
No.
I get some sometimes, but it's like,
Yeah.
ads are personalized now, so it depends on your social media and stuff and like what you talk about.
True. 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 But
I
it's
see
it's
Red
gonna
Robin
be all over
ads.
my Facebook now. It's gonna be all over my Facebook now that I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, we should
but
go, Maria. We should go.
oh, sounds so good. Before they go
Please,
bankrupt,
can we go to Red Robin?
let's go.
Yes, I'm so hungry.
I feel like, and I was saying too, like they have a good concept because they have like the all you can eat fries.
Yes, the bottomless fries. I
Yes.
don't know. The only thing about the bottomless fries is I feel like I get full so fast that the bottomless fries don't even matter.
See, yeah, and I feel like
But they're
they
so
get
good, I'm still gonna eat them.
right. But anyway, specifically about the Mount Juliet Robin, this is where you met Noelle for the first time.
Yes.
Go
It was
ahead and
so awkward. You went
go
to
ahead
the
and tell your little
you
story.
you went to the bathroom and left us there, and we sat in silence. We sat on our phones and didn't say anything to each other. And I think I said something to him, and he like was just like, "Yep," or "No," or like he said like a one word response, and then like went back to his phone, and it was so awkward.
Yeah, but at least you got it over with, and now
Yeah.
you can always correlate Red Robin to that awkward time.
Yes.
That's
But
all
I
they want
also
from
I
us.
also remember Red Robin used to be like not really our spot, but I feel like after we would go to escape rooms and stuff, we would go to that Red
Oh,
Robin a lot in Murfreesboro.
100%. Remember?
Yes. I
Fire?
remember I remember the campfire mayo.
Mm. Oh my
I can
gosh.
smell the campfire.
You do you remember that night was with Rachel and help me out here. Desiree
Mhm.
was with Rachel and Desiree, and it was the night it, you had just broke her door, Desiree's door on her truck.
Yes. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
even break her door. I
Y'all were
I
fighting. Well, I know, but
yes, but she
y'all,
kept blaming it on me because but like she's the one that broke it. But anyways.
yeah. I mean, you know what I mean. But I just remember that night specifically. Like we went to Red Robin, and I want to say Rachel. I know you were sitting across from me, and Rachel was sitting beside me, and something was said about campfire mayo or something. And was it maybe Desiree had thrown something on Rachel's face, or something happened at the table that was so funny. And then
I don't know. I
afterwards,
kept getting pissed off because food kept being thrown, and then I'm sitting in the splash zone because I'm across from you, and you kept spitting everywhere.
yes, but remember we went and got ice cream afterwards.
Yeah,
I don't remember where we got ice cream at.
probably Baskin.
Probably. But yeah, it definitely used to be our spot. But it was good though back then. Now I feel like it's gone
Yeah,
downhill.
I feel bad. It's because they're always short staffed. The Mount Juliet one is short staffed. Every time I go, I have to like the wait is so long, and I've been to the one in Murfreesboro. I went to the one in Murfreesboro last time because I went out with Aubrey and Um, we had a good time. The food was really good, but there's no one there. Like
Really.
every time I go, there's no one there.
Mm. Well, we can go and we can give them some business.
Yes. Okay, my next one, this one's really vague. Um, but
Oh wait, I didn't write it.
oh,
Red
sorry.
Robin. Red Robin. I'm not gonna rate it now. I'm gonna rate it what it was then. It's a solid 8.7. Okay, go.
8.7. Yum. Okay,
Yum.
mine's kind of vague. Um, but a couple weeks ago, this one's very recent. A couple weeks ago, um I went to this store, and it's like a nerd store, like a geek store. They have like Magic the Gathering stuff, they had Pokemon stuff, they had D&D stuff. But honestly, it was such a vibe. Like it was such a vibe. I loved it. I've never been to like a geek store like that. Like I mean, I've been to like a GameStop, but not like something that was it's literally just a nerd store. But it was so fun and the vibe was there. And I was there with my D&D group because we were meeting for the first time. And I don't know, it was just fun. It was fun, like, looking around at, like, all the plushies and stuff, and, like, nobody bothered me. Like, everybody kinda just kept to themselves. They had free Wi-Fi, chill atmosphere. I don't know, it was a 9 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it, and I actually wanna go back because I need some D&D stuff
That.
because
You know, there's actually a store similar to that in Carthage now on the square.
I do. It's been there for a couple years, but I never went in there. But I kinda wanna check it out sometime
Yeah. Yeah. You never know.
just to see what they have in there.
Hmm.
But a lot of places like that sell they sell like a bunch of board games too. So,
Oh yeah. That I don't know if you remember when I was in the mall the other day, I sent you that video of all those Clue and Monopolies.
yeah,
That store had every board game that you could think of.
yeah. There's a there's a store right down the road from me. I've been wanting to go, but I don't want to go by myself. I was supposed to go with Holden and Gracie the other day, but we didn't end up going. Um, but I really want to go. I hate going places by myself.
Yeah.
Um, but I really wanted to go, and I've been wanting to because there's one right down the road from me, like probably 5 minutes from me, and then there's another one like 10 minutes from me, and I want to go check them both out because one of them is like it's a board game store first, like they have like a crap ton of board games, and then they have like D&D stuff too. But I really need to go because I want to get more board games. I'm trying to build my board game collection, and then I need some D&D stuff too.
Cool. All right. My
But
next
anyways, I
one.
didn't rate it. It was 9 out of 10. It was a good vibe.
Nice, nice. My next one, I feel like this is a good next one, is the Thomas House.
Ooh,
Y'all probably don't know this because it's not very well known unless I feel like you're like a geek when it comes to like
unless you're
horror
into
and
that
stuff
stuff.
like that. Yeah. It's definitely a landmark here. More local to me than it is you. Um, there's this place, and you can look it up online and read about it. It's called the Thomas House. It's in Red Bull and Springs. Um, and it is this like mansion, this old mansion. I do not remember what year it is built. I'm gonna look it up real quick so I can tell y'all. But this place is like walking in, you get like this vibe. Like you have you ever been in there, Kobe?
No, I haven't. We went that one day because it was me, you, Rachel, and Desiree, and we drove out there, and they were closed because um, it was 2020. It was, the virus. Don't say it. You can't say it on YouTube. Um, it was 2020, so it was the virus, and we went there and, like looked outside and we peeked in the windows and stuff, and like you could feel the energy from outside. Like you could feel how creepy it was, and you could feel like I don't know, it felt off. And I remember Desiree threw a fit because she didn't know we were going there, and she threw a fit and was crying and wanted us to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anyway, so this is what it says here on Wikipedia. It was actually built in 1927. So that was that I'm pretty sure I remember
100 years
reading
ago.
it. Huh.
100 years ago.
Ooh, that's right. Mm.
2 more
Well,
years.
yeah. Um, so I mean this place is 98 years old. It's old, y'all. But it's this brick mansion and it doesn't really look like a mansion. It literally looks like an old hotel. But it was originally built to be a house, of course, like some really wealthy people back in the day.
Mhm.
But what makes it so haunted is like it was built on top of like a battleground. Um, Pretty sure.
Civil War.
Yes, and then it was also turned into a hospital as well at some point for those like soldiers and stuff. So a bunch of people's died there, a bunch of people's died around it. Um, and I will say back before, so now it's known for like the ghost hunting, like they always have ghost tours there now and everything like that. But before that was really popular, um, you can still spend the night there, but people would spend the night there just as like a little getaway. And I remember one night, um, my parents were like, "Hey, let's go spend the night." And I was probably 3 or 4. I was young enough to where I don't really remember it, but I remember bits and pieces of it. And
Mhm.
at that time I didn't really know what ghosts were, or whatever. Like I knew of them, but you know what I mean? Like it's like the boogeyman. Like you know what a ghost is, but you don't know what actually a ghost is. You know what I mean? Like they're scary, but you don't know that they're.
Right.
But anyway, and we used to go to the Thomas house some too because I don't know if you know this, but they used to have like dinner shows and you could go and eat and watch a show and it was really fun.
Mhm.
Um, but we used to do that a lot and my parents were like, "Let's go stay there, that'll be fun. We've never spent the night there." And I just remember crying the whole night. And my mom told me that I cried the whole night and she was like, I don't know why. Like, she said, I honestly don't know why we spent the night there looking back on it. Because, now my mom is like, yeah, that place is haunted. It's come out more about, stories and stuff. And my mom was like, I don't know why we stayed there. Because my mom is not into that stuff. Like, she
Yeah.
can't stand that stuff.
She was
But,
feeling brave.
but yeah, we need to have a whole episode talking about that. I feel like we need to go there and I need to show y'all around and we can come and have a whole episode about it. But there's a whole lot. But it's scary, but like it's intriguing at the same time. Like there's so much backstory to it. It makes it so interesting.
Right.
And there's a lot of activity too, like
Right.
normal stuff. Like what is it called? High energy or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, rating this place not this high because I like horror stuff, but because of the history behind it, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.3 out of 10.
Sweet. All right, my next one, I'm gonna do this one short and sweet. I already talked about the beach briefly. Like I said, I haven't traveled much, so I'm trying to do um I'm getting all my vacation spots that I've been to on this list. My next one is Panama City Beach. I don't like it at all. The last time I went was a couple years ago. Um, well, I guess it's been like 4 years. No, it's been 5 or 6 years now. Dang. Um, it was 2021, so 4 years. Um, hang on, I'm trying to. No, that sounds right. I don't know. 20 I'm pretty sure it was 2021. I went with my parents. My sister was supposed to go, and then she ended up not going. So I begged my parents to let me bring a friend because there's no way I'm going on vacation with just my parents. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be bored. I tried to get you to go, and you couldn't because you were just getting back from the mountains. Um, so I asked Rachel to go because she had never been to the beach before, and she got to go with me, and it was fun. We had a good time. But both of us hated it. we were glad that we got to hang out and, like, go on vacation together, but we hated it. I hate the atmosphere. It's so dirty there. Like, Panama City is so dirty because it's so touristy and people just don't care, and the water's dirty. I remember I tried to go snorkeling again, and the whatever whoever we went snorkeling with, like, our guide, he was so sketch, and he took us to these, like we were, like it was, like, off the bay, and there were boats everywhere, and the water was so there were so many currents, and the water was so dark you couldn't see under you, and it was not a good time. It was so sketchy. We went with these other people, and they were also, like, super sketched out, and none of us had a good time. Um, the only highlight of that trip was me and Rachel went and did this, like, escape room, and it was, like, the Goonies themed, so that was cool.
Right.
Um, we also ate at Red Robin. We found a Red
Okay.
Robin at this, like, strip mall and ate there, and that was great.
And
Um,
you're like, "Ooh, close to home. Here we go."
yes, a little slice of home. Um, but yeah, overall, that sucked. I got sunburnt really bad. We stayed at the hotel most of the time, like, in the hot tub mostly. I think me and Rachel spent half of that week in the hot tub. But anyways, I'm rating that a 5 out of 10. Um, definitely not the worst vacation spot I've been to. I feel like Destin's worse. I just feel like there's more stuff to do in Panama. But I don't know. The beach is the beach for me, unless it's Key West or like I want to go to like is it Cozumel, Mexico? I want to go there, or like I can't think of it. It's somewhere in Mexico, but like the water is so pretty. I can't think of the name. Um,
It's not Nazoo, is it?
no, it's I would know it if I heard it, but I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Um, but I want to go to Cozumel. I've seen that's like a good like cruise spot.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I ref 5 out of 10.
Nice, nice. I like Panama. I don't know. I mean, I can see why you don't like it, but I like it. But also like that sort of stuff. Like, I don't necessarily like it being busy, but it just feels more right for a place like the beach to be busy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be packed, but whatever. Anyway, okay, so my next one is Disneyland. So I never in my life thought that I would go to Disneyland before Disney World because we live in Tennessee. So,
Mhm.
but anyway, we I went on a school trip for like a club, and it was like nationals competition, nationals,
Yeah.
and it happened to be in California, and that whole trip was so fun. Like especially with the group of people that I went with. Um, but we went to Disneyland, and let me tell you, I am not like I can be a kid at heart, but I wouldn't describe that.
You're not a Disney adult.
No, I'm not a Disney adult, okay? But there is something about, and this is going to sound cringy, might sound so cringy to you, but you can't say that it's cringy unless you've actually been. Disney, like when you walk in, it's like the world doesn't exist. Like it literally is so happy there. Like everything is so happy.
I don't think that's cringy.
It makes you feel like a kid when you're there, like truly.
Yeah, it captures that like childlike wonder.
Yes. Like it literally feels like you walk into a magic land. Like nothing else mattered. I forgot that I was even living life. Like it just I don't know. But anyway, it was super fun. It wasn't that crowded that day. I remember it being kind of hot, but it wasn't super miserable because California heat is different than heat here. Um, excuse me, but overall it was good. The food was definitely overrated. Like the food was not that good. I paid
And it
I
never
paid
is.
32 dollars for a plate of Alfredo.
Yikes.
Yeah. But overall, I'm giving Disney a 10 out of 10 because yeah, it's expensive, but it's Disney. You gotta expect it. It was fun. Kobe, you need to go because you would love Star Wars Land.
Oh, I know.
I
I'm like
personally,
that's like um
on
somewhere
your
I've
bucket
always
list.
wanted to go.
Yeah. Well, see, okay, I'm not a Star Wars person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate it, but it's definitely not my cup of
It's just
tea.
not your thing, yeah.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, it is so cool. Like, they literally make it feel like you're in the movies and stuff.
Yeah, you're in the galaxy.
Yeah, you just have to go to experience it. But 10 out of 10, Disneyland was amazing.
All right, my next one is this is very broad, but and this might be controversial because I know people have been liking them less and less over the years, especially with like the um never mind. I'm actually not going to bring that up. Um but my next one is Target.
Hmm.
Um
Just
every time
in
what?
general, or
Yes,
like
just
Target.
Target the store Target. I feel like every time I go to Target, I feel like I always have so much fun because I don't ever go to Target by myself. I'm usually with like a friend or something. Um,
It's like a homey Walmart.
yes, it's I don't know. I just love Target. Like Target has so I don't buy a lot of clothes from Target, but I do buy Target clothes. I feel like they're because like they have um one thing they have that I really appreciate is I can always go to Target if I need to find a certain color shirt because they have plain colored tees in like every
Hmm.
color. And
Yeah,
that's
and
something
Target is definitely better for guy clothes than girl clothes. I can say,
yes.
like, there is nothing for girls there. But
Yes,
anyway,
I feel like their men's selection is very good.
yeah,
Um they have t-shirts in every color that I could possibly need. Like I have plain white tees that I've gotten from there, and they're like pretty cheap too. Like I can get like 3 t-shirts and it'd be like $25. So like that's not that bad.
yeah,
Um
it's not.
and I can they have like larger sizes, not that I'm like bigger, but I get XL. Um they also have they have a lot of board games, and I'm a board game person. Every time I go to Target, I go get board games. But I've also been collecting Pokemon plushies for the past couple years, and Target always gets new ones in every like couple months. So every couple months, I'll go to Target and get me a new plushie for my collection, and it's growing slowly. I mean, I have a shit ton now.
Yeah,
Um, I need more like storage and like space for them, or I need like shelves. I really need some shelves to like put them on.
you know
That's
what
really
you
all I'm missing.
need
Well,
to get some of those drawer dividers. They are
yeah,
a
my
lifesaver.
mom just got me today when I got home from work. My sister gave me, um, they're like it's like a basket or like a net that you hang from your ceiling and you put plushies on them. She got me one of those, so I just got to put that up.
Oh, yeah, there's like
Um, yeah, super excited about that. But yeah, I just love Target. I don't know, Target is such a vibe. Every time I go, I'm always going looking for new Pokemon plushies. I'm looking for new board games. And then if I ever need like cheap clothes that are like I forgot to mention their shirts and stuff are always like so soft. They also have hoodies in every color too. I forgot to mention that. Um, so yeah, shout out Target. I appreciate you. I'm a loyal customer.
love that. But
7 out of 10. Forgot the rating. 7 out of 10. So
so
7.5 actually. I'll bump it up.
I hate to um toot your horn, but um did you know that that everyone is boycotting Target currently? Have you
I'm
seen that?
aware.
Okay. I don't want to get into all that, but I just didn't know if you've seen it.
I
It's
don't
kind of
either. People have been doing it for it's been a while now.
yeah.
I think that it's overreacting, but like I said, it's controversial, whatever.
Yeah. All right, my next one is let's see, I did that one and that one. I'm going to let's see, I can do it. I can do a quick one. Um, this park in Cookville, I do not know the name of it, but
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's such a
yes,
good thing to put on the that's such a good thing to put on the list. Sorry.
yes. So, I don't know the name of it, but I just know it's a really cool park. Like they have a lot of like new stuff, but
It's
it,
very nice. We're from a
yeah,
small town where our city does not care about the state of the park, and it's ratchet, and there's broken boards everywhere. It's very unsafe.
mm-hmm,
It's also very outdated. Like there's no, I know a lot of parks nowadays, like the updated ones, they'll have like foam on the ground. Um, no, they are ours just has mulch. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
okay, I was yawning. So, anyway, this park specifically, one night we were with some friends, a group of friends, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, we're bored." You know, it was getting really dark outside, and we were like, "What are we gonna do?" And this park is in Cookeville, Tennessee. Like, there's literally nothing to do in Cookeville, nothing. So we were like, "What are we gonna do?" And someone, I don't know who, but mentioned going to a park and playing hide and seek.
I think it
Which,
was me.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't be at a park at nighttime. And we were like, oh,
Well,
that's
it's
pretty, let's do it.
that specific park is private property, so you're not supposed to be there after hours.
Yeah, well, we were definitely there after hours and we were hiding from each other, but we were also hiding from
We
the
were
audience.
we were playing hide and seek, and then we noticed there was a security guard walking around with like a flashlight. So we were playing hide and seek with each other, but we were also playing hide and seek from the security guard. It was a lot of fun.
It was really fun. Like, I mean, I'm sure they probably would have just told us to leave, but we felt like we were being.
We felt like we were breaking the law.
Yeah, we did. Like we really did. But it just made it that much more fun. I just remember we were all giggly and everything, but I rate the park a 8.6.
Okay.
Out of
Um, I only have I only have four more. My next one is gonna I'm gonna do this one really quick. Um, Maria, have how what's the furthest north you've been? Like how far north have you been?
Indiana?
Okay. Um, okay, so we live in Tennessee, right?
Hmm.
So it's very hilly. Tennessee's very hilly, like there's mountains. Um, like like the road can change drastically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially, where we grew up, like, kinda out in the middle of nowhere, it's, like, mountains and hills, and it's crazy. Okay, when I was with my very first boyfriend, he was from Michigan, so he wanted to go visit his family in Michigan, and so one day we were just we were, like, spontaneous, like, "Hey," he was like, "Hey, we're gonna go to Michigan," and I was like, "Okay," because I think it was winter break. I was still in school at this point, I'm pretty sure. But it's winter break. Um, so we go to Michigan for 2 weeks. Um, we go up there. No, we just went for a weekend this time. But anyways, I've been there twice. Um, we went for so we got in my little Honda Civic and we drove the. Oh my God, he drove. I told him I would not drive. Um, Timid. I was like, I'm not doing it. He said, if you want to go to Michigan and you want to drive, you're driving. He said, okay. So he drove us all the way to Michigan. It was like gosh, the drive was so long. I want to say it was like 14, 15 hours. It was bad.
Gosh.
Um, yes. So I stuck in my little Honda Civic for like 15 hours. Yeah, it sucked. I don't really remember how long it was. It felt like it was 15 hours. It probably was. But anyway, it's so funny because at a certain point in Ohio, um, because like it's very like going straight north, like the route we took, Kentucky's pretty mountainy, Indiana's pretty mountainy, um, Ohio or like hilly. It's hilly.
Mhm.
The further up north you go, the flatter it gets. It is genuinely it's so weird, but it's so cool at the same time. But, like, I hate it because 'cause I'm used to the mountains, I'm used to, like, the hills and the
No, yeah,
roads change.
it's yeah,
It
I know exactly
is
what you mean.
it's so and it's weird too because you don't even really realize it changing until you're in it. Because I just remember at a certain point in Ohio, I'm looking out the window and everything is flat. Everything is so flat. There's no
It's
hills, there's no nothing. Everything is flat and it's just weird. I hate it. It's like The Sims when you like go to a new lot and everything is flat. It's just like that. It's crazy.
well,
But
it's not
anyways,
normal to us, so it's weird.
yes, but anyways, I hated Michigan. I also just have very negative connotation to Michigan because of my ex and I don't know, we just didn't do anything, like, we would go to Michigan, and then he would complain about his family the whole time and how much he can't stand them, and I'm like, "Okay, then why did we drive 15 hours to see them?" And he's like, "I don't know, I wanted to visit them," but it was just going back and forth. But anyways, I hated Michigan, we went and it snowed, and we went in his car, and his car was it had snowed, and roads were ice, and we got in his car, and it was like a sled. Like, I remember his car drifted down the road at some point and, like, hit a curb. Um, so that was crazy. Also, we went to, Detroit. I went to Detroit for a few hours. We went, like, ice skating. Detroit is the most unsafe I've ever felt in my entire life. Detroit has this, like Detroit just has this vibe and, like, their crime rate is really high and, like, I don't know, there's, like Maria, have you ever been in Nashville or, like, any major city and you see those, like, police towers? You know what I'm talking about?
They had those at college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have those everywhere in Michigan. Every gas station, every, like, Walmart, or they have, Myers up north instead of it's like Walmart, but it's
Mhm.
Myers.
Yeah,
Um,
I've been to
ev
one before.
Yeah. All of those, there's a police tower at every single one. It's crazy. I hated Michigan. 1 out of 10.
Mm, love
Not
that.
not enough to be a 0. There's definitely worse places, but 1 out of 10.
Hmm, love that. Well, I only have one more left.
Oh,
So, my last one, I can think of a couple. But my last one for now is Beach Bend Park
that's a good
in
one.
Kentucky. Love Beach Bend. It's, it's like an amusement park. It's a small amusement park. Um, Not the smallest I've seen, but it's definitely not
It
like
is very small. They
Wildwood
have one
or
roller
Six
coaster.
Flags. Yeah. And they have like a water park too. They've definitely grown it, but that amusement park it feels like I don't know how to describe it. It gives backroom vibes too, honestly. Like especially the restaurant right beside the water park. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Remember the food court thing?
No.
You don't remember that with all the old arcade games in there?
No, not really.
Anyway, but yeah, love Beach Bend. Um I will give it like y'all literally don't understand like this amusement park. It's like $25 to get in.
Yeah, very cheap. But, like,
Like
honestly, the quality for that is not bad.
no, it's not. It's definitely like I mean, even if you're going just to like, you know, go to the lazy river and stuff, I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't ride and stuff. But anyway, I love Beach Bend. I've been going there for years. I'm gonna give it a 9.3
Love
out of
Beach
10.
Bend. I would give Beach Bend a 7 personally, but I just think there could be more stuff.
I'm giving it a 9.3 because I'm not comparing it to others. If I'm comparing it to others, I'll give it like a 5.
Yeah.
But
Um, you can join
just it by itself, 9.3.
you can join in on my next one with me because I feel like you have more to say about it.
Mm,
Um, okay, so for context again, we live in Tennessee. So there's two vacation spots that like everyone in Tennessee goes to. There's the beach, like just in general, Panama City, Destin, whatever, and then there's Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg, I used to go a lot when I was younger. But now that I'm older, I've only been once since I was an adult. That was last year. Me and Maria went. Um, I actually really didn't enjoy that trip a lot, but it was also because of it's not because of the trip, it was because of internal circumstances.
yeah,
Um, and I like looking back on that trip, I just get really irritated because of you know why.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know, I just didn't enjoy
You
it
know,
a
guys,
lot
it's
as an adult.
because of me.
Right. Um, I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it as much as an adult just because when I was younger I didn't have to pay for anything, and now that I'm an adult I had to pay for everything, and everything is so expensive in Gatlinburg, and like anything you want to do in Gatlinburg costs so much money, and I that's the one thing I don't like about it. But going up there, it's so beautiful. Like the Smoky Mountains themselves are gorgeous. The vibe up there, I don't know, it's a weird vibe, but I love it. Um, and also we went to Dollywood. We had a great time at Dollywood.
I love
I really
Dollywood.
want to go back to Dollywood really
I want
bad
to go
because
back
we
this
were
fall.
yeah, we got rained out a lot. And didn't get to ride everything. I'm gonna go back for sure. But overall, I know I said some negatives, but overall, I'd really give Gatlinburg an 8 out of 10. I would definitely go again. Um, I feel like going and experiencing everything in Gatlinburg, I'm good for a couple years, but I definitely want to go back to Dollywood. But yeah, 8 out of 10 for me.
I think we need to go at during the fall. I feel like it's going to be like a different experience.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I just feel like we need to go in the fall because it was summer. We were kind of miserable. I mean, it
yeah.
honestly wasn't that hot though.
I want to go in the fall, but like early fall where it's still warm out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's not super cold.
Yeah, because I don't want to ride roller coasters and be freezing.
Probably like mid to late no September.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We should do it again.
Alright, I have, 2 more things on my list. Um, this one I'm gonna get past really quickly because 'cause I've only been to both of these places once, but I put both of these places under the same category and ranking because I feel like they do the same thing. They're, like, the same place, just different location. Um, I put Bridgestone Arena and Lucas Oil Stadium. Um, I've been to both of these places. I think I've been to Bridgestone 2 or 3 times, but I've been to Lucas Oil Stadium once. But I mean, they serve the same purpose. They're both one's a hockey arena, the other's a football arena, but they also have I mean, they have concerts there, they have like stuff like that. I went to a I don't remember, it was like a youth congress, it was like a Christian youth congress. I went there when I was younger with my family. Um and then, of course, I've been to a couple concerts at Bridgestone. I've been to a Preds game. They had a circus thing there when I was young, and I went there. I It's all right. Like the vibes there. I rated it a 6.5. Not much to say. It's just something that I remembered that I've been to.
Hmm.
Um, all right, my last one. You have to chime in on it. Um, This one is really broad too because it depends on where you go, and I think it depends on where you go and it depends on who you're with. But I put escape rooms.
Mm,
Um, one
yes,
thing y'all gotta know about me and Maria is we love our escape rooms.
we are
Um,
junkies for sure.
yes, but also I genuinely think that me and you are really good at escape rooms. Like
Yeah,
we've
I
only
don't feel
failed a couple.
challenged. Yeah, I don't feel challenged anymore. We need to find some that are difficult.
Yeah. Um, but yes, me and Maria love escape rooms. I always, whenever I think of escape rooms, my first thought is that one that we did in Kentucky that was so janky. And I know you know what I'm talking about. The, like,
Yeah, I know
graveyard
exactly what
one.
you're talking about.
Huh?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, we did this one in Kentucky. Funny enough, we were going to Beach Bend, and we were staying in Bowling Green, and we were like, "Hey, guys, we don't have anything to do." Like, we checked into our hotel, it was like it was evening. We got there at, like, 4 o'clock. So, I remember we went and ate at Outback, and then we had nothing to do, so we were like, "Hey, why don't we do an escape room tonight, and then we're going to Beach Bend tomorrow." And everybody was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." So, me and Maria looked them up, and we were looking at the different ones, and I think Desiree and Rachel were with us, of course. I think Desiree went to the bathroom or something, and we were looking at the different rooms, and we decided we were gonna do 2 of them because they were kinda cheap. They were like 20 something dollars, and escape rooms for $20 is like I think it was like $26 if I'm being exact. And then, like,
Mm,
that's so cheap for an escape room now because I feel like
yeah,
now they're like $45, I swear.
it's crazy.
But, we saw so there was one, there was like Oval Office, and Desiree really wanted to do that because she thought the Oval Office and, like, the White House, she thought that was cool, and we were like, "Okay, we're gonna pick the other one." So, we thought it would for background, Desiree hates scary stuff, like, she doesn't do anything scary, nothing spooky, she hates it. We were like, "It'll be
Thought it
funny
was
if we
Rachel was the
do."
one that didn't wanna do it.
Huh?
No, never mind. You're right.
No, yeah, I'm right.
Okay.
Um, oh my gosh, Maria admitting that I'm right for once, that's a new.
Shut up,
Anyways,
Kobe.
no, you shut up, Hug Barrel. Anyways, um, I remember we didn't tell her that we were gonna do the haunted graveyard one because she would have said no. But I remember us going in there, and she's like, we're signing our waivers, and she's like, "Okay, guys, which ones are we doing?" We were like, "Oval Office and the haunted graveyard." She said, "What?" And I remember her freaking out. She's like, "We're not doing the haunted graveyard." And I'm like, "Yes, we already paid for it. Like, we're doing it." And I
Mhm.
remember she starts bawling and freaking out. She's like, "We're not doing this. I'm not going in there. Like, no way." And we were like, "It's just an escape room. It's fine, Desiree. You're fine." And I remember us going in there, and it's so janky. Like, there was a little, like, you walk in, and it was like a coffin, and it was supposed to be a graveyard, and they had turf on the floor, and there was like an outhouse. I just remember it being so janky, but genuinely, that one was so fun.
Oh my gosh, and at the end, was it Frankenstein?
No, it was Michael Myers.
It was Michael Myers. Michael Myers popped out of the coffin, and it scared
Yes.
Desiree, and it was so funny.
No, it was so funny because I remember I was like, we were walking out of the room, like there was different rooms, and we walked into this room, and we did something to unlock the coffin, and they had him. It was a Michael Myers suit and mask and, like, a knife, like, it was, like, taped up to where it looked like he was holding it up, and the coffin popped out, and it genuinely looked like someone in a Michael Myers costume, like, jumping out of this. Like, it was so scary in the moment, and I remember me and Desiree screamed, and you and Rachel didn't really have a reaction, like, I think y'all jumped, but you didn't scream, but I remember me and Desiree screamed, and I remember afterwards, we get out of there, and I remember you going, "Wait, who screamed?" And you looked at Desiree, and you were like, "I know you screamed." And then you looked at me, and I started, like, giggling, like, I was, like, blushing a little bit, and you said, "You sounded just like a girl, I thought it was them."
I
I remember
remember
you
that.
I remember you saying that because I screamed so raw and pure that you thought I was one of the girls.
Oh my gosh, but it was so fun though.
It was fun, and then we did the Oval Office one to make, Desiree happy, and she cut the wire.
That one was fun too. We just
Yeah.
barely didn't make it.
That room was also major BS because we had 30
Was
minutes left, and then you get to that bomb, and it automatically cuts you down to 10 minutes, and then
no matter how much time you have left.
yes, and then when you're pulling the wires trying to solve the puzzle, it speeds the time up, like, that one was just BS.
Yeah.
I
I mean
hated that room
I mean,
because
it's different though.
we had 20 more minutes left.
I bet Noel would like that one. We should go back and do that one sometime.
He would like that.
Yeah. But anyway, you have one more?
Nope, that was my last one. Oh, I rated escape rooms in general just 10 out of 10. I love escape rooms so much. They're so fun.
Yes, they are fun. All right,
Um,
Kobe. Well,
okay, Maria. I have a question for you, as I do every week.
mhm.
What'd you eat today? Speaking of rating.
What did I eat today? So, for breakfast this morning, I didn't eat anything. I actually had like an energy drink from like a local little cafe. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I give it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. Um, and then for lunch, I had a Subway sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was pretty good. I'll give it
What
a
was
9,
on it?
huh?
What was on it?
It was just a turkey sub with like lettuce, mayo, pickles, stuff like that. Cheese.
Yeah.
And then
Just curious, just curious.
I had like a water, like I had a water with like one of those packets, flavoring packets in it, a strawberry lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. I'll give that a 8 out of 10. And
Mm-hmm.
then for dinner tonight, we had Mickey D's. My puppy dog actually got neutered, so I didn't want to cook in front of him because he can't eat tonight. So I had my husband pick up some Mickey D's and bring it home, and I had a bacon cheeseburger and some fries and a caramel frappe, and I give the burger a it was okay. I give it a 7 out of 10, and then the caramel frappe was an 8 out of 10 only because it was a little melted when he got home.
Yeah.
But that's what I ate today.
All
Um,
right.
so what song have you listened to this week, Kobe?
Okay. Um, I think I don't really have one planned out. Well, I was thinking about it actually. I was thinking about it on the car ride home from work earlier. I think my song of the week this week is Nissan Altima by Doechii.
Oh my gosh.
Have you heard it?
Yes.
I don't know. I like it. I like
Uh,
Doechii. I've been
it's
listening to her more
okay.
lately.
It's okay. Um, Mine is kind of a throwback. It's Won't Go Home Without You by Maroon 5.
Hmm.
I had a Maroon 5 song last week.
I don't
Love
remember.
that. Beautiful Mistakes.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. But yeah, Won't Go Home Without You by Maroon 5. I'm actually going to say another one because I've been going back between these two. My other one is Too Little Too Late by JoJo.
Mm.
Do you remember that song?
Yeah, that's like
It's a little too late.
okay, you know how there's certain songs that are like embedded to every single like restaurant, retail, like
Yes.
playlist?
No, yes,
That's
that's
one of
like
the
JC Penny.
yes, that's one of those songs.
Yeah.
They play that at work. Just like Ed Sheeran, I feel like Ed Sheeran is everywhere. Shawn Mendes is like a retail restaurant
Mhm.
staple.
Mhm.
Casey Musgraves has become a restaurant like retail staple. I hear Casey Musgraves all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
can see that.
I don't hear her outside of like retail restaurants. It's so
Yeah.
funny because I don't really listen to her like that.
Right.
But anyways, did you have anything else to add to this episode today
I don't
or this
think
week?
so. I don't think so.
All right. That was it for today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe as per usual. Thank you for listening. If you have gotten this far, we appreciate you.
Thank you
Um,
guys so much. Please share us. Let your friends know. Like we've got some fun episodes planned for the future.
yes, I
We
think
need to
next week I think next week, um, I either want to. I have two ideas for next week. I'll wait because I don't want to say anything in it. It not happen. I either wanna get serious next week or I want to, explain something to you next week, something that you're not really familiar with.
Cool.
So, I'll let
Let's do
you
it.
I'll let you decide, and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But,
Awesome.
that was it, guys. Everybody have a great rest of your week, good rest of your day, whatever, and we will be seeing you.
Thank you all so much. Y'all have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.